welcome everyone. My name is Janet. I am working through the King James's Bible, as you may know if you have followed many of my videos. Today we are working in the book of Numbers and we are on chapters 5 to 7 today. So those are the chapters I will be covering. Okay, as always, we'll get straight into it. So we have gone through a lot of organisation at the beginning of Numbers, putting people into tribes, numbering them all. And so we continue now with the cleanup of the camp. So the Lord is asking Moses to tell the Israelites to send away anyone from the camp who has a defiling skin disease, who has any discharge from them, and who has touched anything dead, so they become unceremonially unclean. Those people all have to be kind of evacuated from the camp, so they are to be shunned, sent out. Now that must have been pretty hard for the Israelites, I would have thought, because I mean, can you imagine if that's somebody like your relative, like your mother or your father, you know, they've touched something, you've got to like exit them out of the camp. But it says in this chapter they did as the Lord commanded, and so they sent all of those people outside of the camp. So the camp has to really be holy. It's like that tabernacle is the holy sanctuary. The tribes themselves have to be clean. So it's all really getting narrowed down to the fine details now. So the next part of this chapter goes into how to correct any wrongdoing. So if anybody, a man or a woman, has done any wrong to any other person, they have been unfaithful to the Lord and they are struck out as guilty. So they're guilty and they must make full restitution for the wrongdoing. So that's what they have to do. And then the final part of this chapter covers the test for an unfaithful wife. So it goes through the details. If a woman has had sexual relations with a man outside of her marriage, or if the husband suspects and becomes jealous thinking that she has had sex with a man outside of the marriage, then he is to bring the wife in front of the priest. And the priest is then to carry out this ritual. So they have to bring a grain offering of barley flour. No oil or incense is to go into this because it's a grain offering. Then the priest basically takes down the woman's hair. He has to loosen it, have her stand before the Lord and hold the grain offering in her hands. And then he has to get a clay jar, place some holy water in it and some dirt from the tabernacle ground. So put that in. And then he basically gets the woman to swear an oath and then to drink the water. And what will happen is, if she has been unfaithful, when she drinks this water, it will either curse her, meaning she will not be able to have children and that her womb will swell, so she'll keep miscarrying. But if not, and she's been faithful and it was just the husband's jealousy, then she will be cleared of the guilt of the sin and she will be able to have children. And as they go through this ritual, the husband is then cleared of any wrongdoing, he becomes innocent, and the wife will either be bearing of the sin or she'll be cleared as well. That's how this chapter ends. So now let's move into chapter 6. And this is about a special vow. If somebody wants to make a special vow to the Lord, Moses is told this is how it goes by the Lord. If a man or woman is to make a wish of a special vow of dedication to me, the Lord, then they must drink no wine or fermented drink or eat any grapes or any skins, basically nothing from the vineyard. They are not allowed to eat anything. They're also not allowed to cut their hair. They have to stop cutting their hair and allow it to grow long during this period of dedication to the Lord. And they must not touch anything dead. Even their family members, if someone in their family has died, they are not allowed to go anywhere near them. It's not allowed during this period of dedication for this special vow to the Lord. And then if somebody dies in front of them, they immediately become defiled, and so they have to make a sacrifice to the priests to atone them for the sin. And then this chapter ends beautifully by the Lord giving a prayer over the Israelites themselves. And the prayer goes like this. The Lord make his face shine upon thee, and be gracious unto thee. The Lord lift up his countenance upon thee, and give thee peace. And that is how that chapter closes. So he's sending a blessing of peace over the Israelites there. And now we move into our final chapter, chapter 7, which covers the dedication to the tabernacle. So this starts where Moses has completed setting up the tabernacle and he's anointed everything, the altar, and gone all around anointing everything. And so the elders come and they give an offering. They offer oxen and carts. And the Lord tells Moses to accept these offerings and to give them to the Levites. So that's what he does. He gives them to the priests. So they give 12 oxen, which represent the 12 leaders of each tribe that we've discussed in yesterday's chapters. Then what each captain, tribe member, leader, whatever you want to call them, prince, from each tribe has to make an offering to the tabernacle on one separate day each. So it totals a 12-day period. So it's going through a very ritual process. So each day, if you can visualize it, one of the tribes is getting up, they're getting their offerings together, and they're coming to the tabernacle and they're offering these specific gifts. So each offering presented to the Lord is identical. They all offer the same amount. It's all balanced. Nobody gives more, nobody gives less. And this is what they bring to the Lord. They bring a silver platter and a bowl, each holding a grain offering, and a gold pan holding incense. So that's their grain offering. Then they offer 1 bull, 1 ram, and 1 lamb as a burnt offering. They offer 1 goat as a sin offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 goats, and 5 lambs as a peace offering, which is way bigger than all the other offerings. And that is because they usually celebrated the peace offering. So it was inclusive of some of the people, the leaders, so they all had some of that to celebrate their peace offering. And all of these offerings are basically to show their dedication to the tabernacle, to the Lord, and to the priests who are doing all of their work. So it's a giving back. Now we're going to go through each tribe that is to come forth. So if you can just visualize this to yourself, you think about the tabernacle set up there, all the people and camps are around it, and you see each day one group of them getting up. So on the first day we start off with the biggest camp member, which is Judah. The captain there represents their first grain offering, burnt offering, sin offering, and peace offering to the tabernacle. On the second day, we have Issachar. These are all from rank 1, and they offer their offerings. On day 3, we have the Zebulun tribe. They come and they represent their offerings to the Lord. On day 4, Reuben brings his offering. On day 5, Simon, the camp of Simon, bring their offering. The camp of Gad bring their offering. We're getting into the rank 2 now. Day 7, Ephraim, which is Joseph's camp, bring their offering. Day 9, we're into rank 3 now. Manasseh bring their offering. Day 9, Benjamin's leader comes forth and brings their offering. Day 10, the camp of Dan in the rank of 4 bring their offering. Day 11, Asher brings their offering. And then finally, on day 12, Naphtali brings their offering. So that's all the 4 ranks have brought all of their offerings. And can you imagine all of that is now in the tabernacle? It was so abundant. And so this chapter ends where Moses then goes into the tabernacle after having received all of these offerings. He hears the Lord speak to him, and he hears the sound coming from above the mercy seat that was on the ark of the testimony between the 2 cherubims. Now that's the first time we've heard the Lord's voice. So there's no cloud or anything like that. he actually hears something auditory. I don't get a description of what that exactly was. I guess that could be a pleasing, that he is pleased with all the offerings that have been given to him. So that closes our 3 chapters for today. We have gone through cleaning up the camp, getting everybody who is unclean out, cleaning up any wrongdoings or an unfaithful wife. They know where they stand now. Then we move into special vows. So if anybody wants to specially give a vow towards the Lord, they know what they have to do. And then finally, they've all dedicated their appreciation to the tabernacle, to the Lord, and to the work of the priests. They've given these, and Moses has gone into that tabernacle. He's connected with the Lord, and he has given an auditory sound back to Moses. So there we have it. This is how far we are now in Numbers, and we'll proceed further tomorrow. Let's see what unfolds then. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye.